What's up, YouTube? My name is Jason, and this is my take. And I'm back with a new week of videos, and today we're gonna start off with the new Cordae album, From a Bird's Eye View. Naomi Osaka's significant other, Cordae, is back with his sophomore album. In all seriousness though, Cordae, man, very dope rapper, really excited about this project. And this one follows his debut album, The Lost Boy, which in my opinion was the album that earned Cordae the respect that he deserved. His storytelling and insight on growing up and different family dynamics made for a very interesting listen, along with dope features from Pusha T, Chance the Rapper, as well as Anderson .Paak. At a young age and with a dope rapping ability, at this point, I was just curious as to what would be next for Cordae. Well, that leads us to his new album over here, From a Bird's Eye View, which is an album that he has been teasing for a while now, and even last year he dropped the EP, Just Until, to give us some music to hold us over. And once again, Cordae comes through with another solid outing. I will say though, in general, overall, how I feel about this album is how I do feel about the last album. A lot of similarities in terms of content, production, as well as Cordae's rapping. And while that does make for another dope project, it does have me a little disappointed, I can't lie, but we'll discuss that towards the end of the video. So let's jump into some highlights. Following Shiloh's intro that sees one of Cordae's friends rapping on the phone from jail, we go into the song Jean-Michel, which feels like more of a freestyle, honestly, but still a dope track from Cordae. And Cordae is touching on a different array of topics of things that bother him, from his own self-doubt to shady politicians, as well as the dangers of lusting for power, wealth, and fame. The track Super was a song that Cordae teased to us last year in an Instagram video, and it was a song I was really excited to hear. This is really just a braggadocious track, and I honestly love these type of tracks. Some of my favorite tracks from Cordae, where he's just spitting and just bragging about what he's got going on, what he's doing as a rapper, outside of rap. These tracks are always fun for me, and they're usually over a trap banger like this track is. We also get a line right here where Cordae kind of addresses the whole YBN situation. For those that don't know, he was a part of a group, YBN, with Namir and Jay, Almighty Jay, I want to say. They rose to fame, all three of them. Cordae kind of being more of the standout, better artist in the group. And when they disbanded, there was a lot of talk, even amongst them, about what really happened. Cordae just saying that, he wanted to move on to bigger and better. And he kind of says here, it's like, I really didn't have a choice. We didn't really own it. So that was interesting that he kind of threw that little line in there. The song Want For Me was also a standout. Cordae speaks on, his pride, as well as struggling to open up and be vulnerable, more specifically with his significant other. And it seems like the question of what do you want from me on the hook is, him saying, I feel like I'm doing enough. So what more can I do, when it looks to be that, his significant other does, want a little more out of him in terms of just opening up and being comfortable. That is a big step for some people, and it's challenging, but it is doable. I will say that Cordae's singing on the hook did bother me a little bit. There was a female vocalist on there that sounded really good. And I don't know, I felt like I could hear Anderson .Paak assisting on this one as well. C. Carter was one of my favorite songs on the album. The guitar riff on this track is perfect. A great piece to this very soulful record. I love how Coach Carter is the theme of this track and how he talks about it. Essentially talking about movies that we watched as kids, like Coach Carter, for example, where you see the success of Richmond's basketball team and Samuel Jackson as a coach, leading them to almost a state championship and just that rise. But Cordae talking about getting to that point as well, but the struggles that come with it, in Coach Carter, for example, the students were struggling to keep their grades up. Some of them were from bad neighborhoods, and the struggle of breaking away from that lifestyle. And Cordae kind of using that to talk about in his own life, those same things of just breaking away from, his home life and the struggles that come with rising to fame. And I like that comparison. Sinister was one of the lead-off singles from this album that features amazing production by Hit Boy and an amazing Lil Wayne feature, but you know, that's what we always get from Lil Wayne, even at this point in his career. And the fact that he's still dropping verses like this at this age and in this stage of his career, I don't know how anyone doesn't see Lil Wayne as one of the greatest rappers of all time. The song Chronicles sees Cordae teaming up with H.E.R and Lil Durk. Cordae and H.E.R teamed up a few times over the last few years, and they have dope chemistry, so it was great to hear them two together again, and H.E.R providing amazing vocals on this track. Cordae's singing was actually really good as well. I like how he sounded on the hook. Probably my only issue with this song was the fact that Lil Durk had such a short verse. I like how he sounded on this track and his melodic flow, but it was really short. Couldn't have been like 8 bars or more than 8 bars. Now, if I had to pick my favorite song on this album, it's probably the song Champagne Glasses that features Freddie, Gibbs, and Stevie Wonder. Dope production from Kid Culture, and then the hi-hats really just stuck out to me. I don't know if that really did anybody else, but it really provided the groove for this song. Freddie Gibbs comes in with that signature flow where he kind of speeds up a little bit. He has that speedy flow and then slows it back down, and a little singing as well. And then at the end of the song, we have a full harmonica section from the legend Stevie Wonder, and it was just the perfect way to end the track. And I always love when Stevie Wonder provides this on tracks for artists. The song Westlake High was a cool outro. And it had like a Kanye Last Call off a College Dropout type of feel. Or we even get a section like on Last Call where Cordae is kind of just talking for a little bit and just reflecting on, you know, where he is and how he's gotten here and just giving a little bit of advice. I love the horn section on this track too, as it made the track feel like really victorious and triumphant, like a nice closer of happiness and victory. On the other side of things, there were a couple songs that I didn't really enjoy. The first being the song Momma's Hood. While I did want a little more from the production side, what really turned me off was Cordae singing on this track. Because you have a song like Chronicles where he sounded really well, but his hook on Momma's Hood just turned me off. Specifically in his layered vocals, the higher pitch, like harmony that he was doing just did not sound good to my ears. Another being the song Today that features Gunna, which was a little disappointing because I like this instrumental a lot, like the beat knocks. But then we get to Gunna's part and like I had to look up the lyrics to understand what he was saying. He was really slurring and like really low, and it was really hard to hear him. And this is the type of beat where I feel like Gunna would really shine and really slide like on this type of production. So it was a little disappointing. But like I said, overall, this is another solid outing from Cordae. And what I wanted to get to about being disappointed is that I was expecting to get a step up from The Lost Boy, which was a dope project and a great debut by Cordae, but I wasn't expecting to feel the exact same way going into his debut album, just because I feel like with this time and the music that he's released and the features, like there's a lot of growth from him, and that I was expecting to get a little more on this album from him. And I don't know, like it just feels like there's something missing. Like he has a great memorable album in him. And I just didn't get that necessarily here. So, and I feel like we are gonna get that in the future, but I don't know, maybe I was expecting that to happen on this next project. And that does come with time, but overall, impressed. Cordae, one of the great young rappers in the game right now. I'm always excited to hear what he's doing. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next. And so I'm going to give this album a 7 out of 10. What were you guys' thoughts on the new Cordae album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What were your favorite tracks? Let's have a discussion down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Got a couple more videos coming for you guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Jason. This has been my take, and I'll see you next time.